Hey besties, and welcome back to the channel and welcome to my first ever week of workouts. I am so excited to share my current workout split with you guys. So as you can see, on Monday we start off with back and bis. That is my favorite day of the week. Something about a good back workout just gets me pumped for the week. So I love to start with that. And I do quite intensive warm-ups here. As you can see, I'm just using the resistance band, doing some shoulder circles and stuff like that. And then I'm going to grab an empty barbell, and we're starting off with some barbell rows. So I just like to do a warm-up set with just the bar first, just to make sure everything is nice and warmed up and ready to go. And then we get into our actual working set here, and I am doing 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps, and I am doing 25 on each side, but you do the weight that works best for you. And my biggest tip here is to just make sure you're taking your time. You really don't want to rush through your reps. You want to make sure you're getting a nice squeeze at the top there. And next we are going into some assisted pull-ups. Y'all know your girl cannot do an unassisted pull-up yet. So we're working our way up to it. I am at 90 something pounds here. I don't know. But I just do these. Today I did a neutral grip. Some days I do wide grip. I just like to switch it up a little bit just so I don't get bored. But yeah, we're doing those. And then we are gonna go into some seated cable rows. I just like to use the close grip attachment on these, and the biggest thing here is you want to extend at the front and really get that squeeze in the back. So as you can see, I'm taking my time, making sure I'm getting that full range of motion and making sure I get a nice squeeze in the back. Next exercise, we are going into some cable bicep curls. Again, 3 sets of 10 reps here, just making sure you get that good squeeze on the bicep. And I don't like to go all the way down or all the way up on these. I kind of just like to keep that tension all in the biceps. So yeah, these are actually really, really killer if you do them correctly. So highly recommend you add these if you're not doing these already. Sound production. Next, we are going into some good old lat pull downs. I don't know the name of this attachment, but I absolutely love it. It's my favorite even over the other lat bar, but I thought this was funny because me and this guy were like literally in sync. But yeah, doing this, you just want to make sure you get a full extension, come down all the way, come all the way back up. Just focus on that range of motion and time under tension here. Okay, next we are going into some just regular dumbbell bicep curls. And I try my best to not swing, so I'm not using momentum. I'm just using my biceps to move that weight. But yeah, these are pretty straightforward, always a good bicep exercise. Okay, and then moving on to Tuesday, we are hitting legs. And you guys know my goal is to build my glutes and really just focus on lower body at this point. So that is like what my workouts are mainly focused around on leg days. And I am just starting with this warm up. I do some hip openers. I do some leg swings. I just really like to warm up my legs before I start because I swear when I work out super early in the morning, I am so stiff. So I just want to be as loosened up as possible before I get into any heavy lifting for leg day. And here I'm just taking an empty bar and I loaded a little bit of weight on there just to do some warm-ups. I think I did 25s on each side. I just like to do a warm-up because RDLs are weird and like your form is weird sometimes, and I just like to feel my form out before I go into the movement, as well as obviously just warming up my back and my hammies and everything, getting ready for the actual set, which we're gonna do here in a second. And as you can see, I'm putting my straps on because I loaded on another 25, which means we did 50 pounds on each side. And my grip strength is not that great yet, so we're working our way up, but yeah, doing 3 sets of 10 on these as well. I basically do 3 sets of 10 on everything unless it's like a really hard one and I have to kind of do a rep range. So yeah, doing 3 sets of 10 reps here. To really focus on bending my knees a little bit just to make sure I'm getting the full stretch in my glute. Okay, y'all, moving on. We are on the booty builder. And as you can see, I am contemplating my whole entire life because this machine is literally no joke, but it is the best for the glutes. So I'm just going to do a set of some cast glute bridges. Now the difference between these and hip thrusts is, you see I'm not going all the way down. I'm only going a little bit down and then I'm coming right back up, getting that full squeeze at the top. And sometimes I'll even hold the squeeze just for some extra burn, I suppose. But yeah, these are freaking killer, and you need to do these if you're trying to build your glutes. Okay, so next we are doing a unilateral leg press. This is one of my favorite exercises to target the glute. Basically, you want to have your foot high on the leg press machine, and when I do it, I like to target my knee towards my shoulder, and that really allows me to get the most range of motion that I can, as well as holding myself into the seat so that my lower back is not coming up. You really don't want your lower back to like scoop in on these because that's going to give you a lot of lower back pain, and we just don't want that. So yeah, also I do like to take a break in between sides on these because I want my energy to restore itself so I don't short circuit myself on the second set of these. So that is what we're gonna do. On the other side, we're doing the exact same thing, targeting our knee towards our shoulder to get that full stretch on the glute. Next, we're going into some glute medius kickbacks. These have become one of my favorite glute exercises. A lot of the exercises that are popular and that a lot of people do often only target the lower portion of the glute, and that's all fine and dandy. You know, we all want full cheeks at the bottom, but you want that shelf appearance as well, and these really help with that. And you can even add a plate under your non-working foot, and that will help if you ever feel like your working foot is like scraping the ground when you go up and down. So yeah, these are amazing. You just want to kick straight out just to squeeze that medius at the top there. Okay, and lastly, we are doing some lying hamstring curls. These are actually killer. I like to go up at the top and then kind of drop slower just to get that full contraction on my hamstrings and get that really good stretch back there. But yeah, these are pretty straightforward, but they are a great addition to your leg days. Okay, besties, happy Thursday. We took Wednesday as a rest day this week. I do run a 4-day split, so I can really move around my rest days however I would like to. And this specific week, I needed Wednesday off. I came at like 5 a.m. on Monday and Tuesday, and I was like, I am feeling it. I'm tired. So we're just warming up with the resistance band to hit some chest today. So I just do some circles and some other stuff with it. And then I do a warm-up set of bench press. I am warming up with, I don't know exactly how much weight this is. I think there were 10s. I think it's 10 that I put on there. So I am just warming up with that. It's super important to warm up for bench press, I feel like, because if you don't, I feel like it is a lot harder to push more weight. So I always prioritize warming up for bench press. Warm up for literally everything, but specifically bench press because it does make a huge difference. And then I go right into my set. I'm doing 25s on each side, I believe. And you just want to make sure your wrists stay stacked, and because if you let them curl under, that is going to cause you some wrist issues. So make sure your wrists are stacked. Take your time with your reps and really squeeze those shoulders together. Those are my biggest tips for bench press. And next we are getting into some dumbbell incline bench. I just happen to prefer dumbbell incline bench over barbell incline bench. I don't know why. It's just a little bit easier to control the weight, and I feel like I can feel it in my chest more. So yeah, I just put the seat a little bit back. I don't lie as far back as most people because I did see somewhere that you're supposed to sit up a little bit further when you do incline bench press. So the way I have the bench here, I believe is the correct way. And then I'm just coming out of my elbows at a 45-degree angle. And then next we are getting into dumbbell shoulder press. I absolutely love shoulder press. It is so fun to progress at these each week. And again, I'm just going down at a 45-degree angle. I'm not going straight out. And that is how you get shoulder problems, is if you go straight out. So please don't do that. And just really focus on time under tension. Make sure you're going all the way down and all the way back up. We don't want to do half reps around here. So yeah, this is one of my favorite workouts, and my shoulders always burn after. Next, I am setting up for some tricep skull crushers, y'all. These are one of the best tricep workouts. I swear, like every time I have just the best shoulder pump ever. Not shoulder pump. I swear every time I just have the best tricep pump of my life after I do these, and I just really feel like they work that muscle. You want to make sure your arm keeps a slight slant the entire time. You never want to have your arm be like straight up and down because that's going to take tension off of your tricep. So just keep your arm slightly slanted and you will feel the burn. Trust me, you will. All right, and then to finish off this workout, we are just gonna do some tricep rope extensions. These have always been a staple in my routine. I just feel that squeeze at the bottom, and I just try to make sure my arm completely straightens out because that's how you're gonna contract your tricep. So focus on that, focus on time under tension, and use a nice challenging weight, and you'll be all good. Okay, besties, it is Saturday and we are hitting legs. I do 2 leg days a week, and honestly, the workouts are pretty similar. I kind of just switch up my variations that I do. But as you can see here, I am just, doing my dynamic warm-ups, hip openers, leg swings, all the things. The first exercise we're going to do is some B-stance RDLs. I'm just warming up here with the 25s, And you kind of just want to stagger your leg behind you, the non-working leg, and then have your working leg out in front. Obviously, that one's going to be doing all the work. Make sure you push those hips back just like you're shutting a car door with your butt, and just go up and down. Make sure to keep all that tension on the glutes. Okay, and then we're getting into our actual set here. I think I went up to the 30s. These are a lot harder than you would think they would be. You would think since it's like a one-legged exercise, it's not that bad. But these are killer. So if you guys need another RDL variation to add to your split, I highly, highly recommend these. And they'll also help you strengthen your glutes one-on-one on each side. So next we are back on the booty builder. Yes, my favorite machine. And we are doing the same thing that we did on the first leg day, which is class glute bridges. These are just a staple for me in all of my leg days. I just find that I feel my glutes the most on this exercise. And again, we are only going a halfway down. We are not going the full way down because this is a bridge. It's not a thrust. So if you wanted to do a hip thrust, then you would want to go all the way down, all the way up. So yeah, focusing on that squeeze at the top. And then here I'm also pulsing at the end just for some extra tension on those glutes. Okay, and then we are going to do some glute focused back extensions. These have been one of my favorite exercises lately. I just grab a straight bar, I keep my back rounded, that way the emphasis is on my glutes and not my lower back. If you did want to use this for your lower back, you would just keep your back straight and do the same type of movement. But this is a really, really good exercise, really great for that glute contraction. And then next we are moving on to leg press. We're just doing normal bilateral leg press here. I am using a high stance and a narrow stance, again, just to get the stretch on the glutes, because that is my goal. If you guys wanted to target your quads, then you would have a lower and a wider stance. Wider stance also targets your adductors. So yeah, keep that in mind. It just depends on your specific goals and what you're trying to hit. Okay, and then next we are setting up for glute medius kickbacks once again, and I finally figured out that there are 2 straps that I could put around my ankles, so I don't have to switch it out each time, which I did before, and it was very inconvenient. But these are pretty straightforward, just kicking out with that leg, getting that squeeze at the top. I like to put my hand on the top of my cheek just so I can, feel the contraction. And yeah, this is actually the last workout of this week of workouts. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful and more of these to come in the future.